being a part of this journey. And so without much ado, we would start with the event with the opening prayer from Elisha Adefo. A round of applause for Elisha.
From the UK, but I think Esther is from the US because this is Elisha. Elisha, that was Esther mentioning Elisha, people. So please, let's give it up for Elisha Adefo. If you don't, okay, you're here. Oh, gentlemen, you should have gently walked so that they can clap for you. Please, a round of applause for Elisha.
Shall we be on our feet as we take the opening prayer? Let's kindly close our eyes. Father, we thank you. We bless your name for your presence. We welcome you, dear Holy Spirit. Take over the program. Let your power take absolute control. We declare by the power of the Holy Ghost, any activity of the enemy is scattered in the name of Jesus. We thank you for perfection. We thank you for your glory in Jesus' mighty name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, Elisha. You are to be passing on the mantle by the time... Oh, you pass on the mantle to yourself, because when we are closing, you would be doing the closing prayer as well. I thought we would have someone else, like Elijah passed on the mantle to you. I thought you would also be passing it on, but it's fine if you still have it. So today we are gathered here at the Entrepreneurial Festival 1.0 pitch. I think this is a very important event because you know what? Some years back, if not last year, the finance minister told us that, you know what, all you graduates after school, we've got no job for you. Government payroll is full. So go find some jobs for yourselves, right? That is, go start your own business. And I think it is in light of this that the Norman-led administration under the SRC Treasurer, Ellie, have decided to put this together. So please, a round of applause for them. You can do it better, because if government cannot pay you and the SRC has decided to do this for you, you can only celebrate them. And hopefully, whoever wins the 10,000 Ghana cedis would be my boyfriend, or let's say my in-law in the future, because that's good money, you know. That's good money. So the objective of this event is to showcase 6 businesses. I think they entered a competition, they had a pitching. I think Esther last week you were with them, right?
Yes, I was, yeah, and it was impactful. And I keep on saying this, they get to the podium or the stage and they are giving these pitches, the judges are nodding, and everyone is happy, and to get to the question in time. And then you see the judges drilling them just to get the best out of them, just to make sure that the right person emerges as the winner. Yes. And it was all beautiful. And I'm sure today it is going to happen again.
Oh my God, I cannot wait. So all the 6 businesses, please, whoever wins, you are my bestie for life.
Oh, they are my besties already, so you'd have to apply.
That's not happening. I'm the law student here. We'd see who can go to
I'm a lawyer, but don't take that to it.
Oh my God, by association. Okay, so we are doing this, and I'm so excited to be here. I believe that you're excited too. So let me see your hands if you are representing any of the businesses or if you are supporting any of the businesses. Let me see your hands. Okay, can I hear from the crowd? Which business are you supporting? Asembe na muka ni say. What's the thing? Huh? I don't even want to say what I'm hearing. Strips. So
I think I heard Soico and I've heard Preference, but the businesses you are here, hey,
Preference.
You'd have to sound your own trumpet. You have to market your own self, because Kumba is asking, how many businesses do we have here? Let's hear from you.
So I see NutriGuide. Okay, NutriGuide and... Pardon? BioWax Ghana. Okay. Soico. Very good. Okay, so we cannot wait to hear your pitches. We cannot wait to share in your successes. We know that all the 6 of you are winners already, but ultimately the prize has to go to one person. So well done for coming this far. To give us the welcome address for this event, we have the SRC General Secretary, a young lady who is occupying the position the SRC Vice President, I believe that she is here. I did not see her. Okay, she's standing up, but please give her a round of applause. Let's welcome Ms. Bridget Boahima Opoku, the SRC Vice President, to give us the welcome address.
Thank you very much, Ms. Kumba. Distinguished guests, Dean of Students, our esteemed international business consultant and life coach, SRC executives, fellow students, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols duly observed, good morning. It is with great zeal and passion that I welcome you all to this year's Entrepreneurship Festival, a celebration of innovation, creativity, and the bold spirits of the youth. To our distinguished guests, your presence here affirms the value of what we are building. We are really grateful for being here to be part of this journey. To the 6 outstanding teams still in the competition, you have already won by being here this morning. Whether you go home with a 10,000 or not, trust me, you've already won. You've won by daring to dream. You've won by daring to persevere. Keep on impacting. Keep on being part of the pioneers that are championing entrepreneurship in the country. To all the students gathered here, may this festival stay in us the fire to become solution bearers, job creators, and nation builders. Entrepreneurship is not just about profit, it is about purpose. On behalf of the Students' Representative Council, I warmly welcome you all to this exciting festival. Let us learn, celebrate, and move forward with the mindset that the future belongs to those who create it. Thank you all once again.
Thank you, all of you. The future belongs to those who create it. So let us all today be the architect of our own lives. That was a powerful welcome address by the SRC Vice President, Ms. Bridget Boahima Opoku. Another round of applause for her. So you know you are the Entrepreneurship Festival 1.0 pitch, and this is being put together by the Norman-led administration, supported by DHAB. But I would like to hear from the man who is steering the affairs of the SRC. So with a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Mr. Abraham Norman Naughty, the SRC President, to give us the purpose of this gathering.
Good morning, everyone. Prof. Park, the Dean of Students, Dr. Karen Nabeka, the Director of DHAB, Dr. Yaose Chum, the former Deputy Minister of Education, Mrs. Nancy, business consultant, distinguished guests, faculty members, judges, entrepreneurs, students, and friends. It is with great pride and excitement that I welcome you to the entrepreneurship program under the powerful theme, Pioneering National Transformation Through Entrepreneurship. This gathering marks more than just an event. It is a bold step towards building the future we envision for ourselves, our community, and our nation. As students of the University of Cape Coast, an institution renowned for academic excellence, innovation, and leadership development, we are reminded today that education must go beyond the classroom. It must empower us to solve real-world problems, create opportunities, and spark national transformation. Today, we come together to witness the 6 promising businesses to pitch their ideas, not only to compete, but to inspire, collaborate, and ignite change. These young entrepreneurs represent a spirit of resilience, creativity, and leadership that UCC is proud to nurture. This festival is also an opportunity for each and every one of us to learn from seasoned experts that will be sharing their stories with us, connect with mentors, and celebrate the journey of entrepreneurship. It's about planting seed today that will grow into a sustainable enterprises that will also uplift our community as a whole. On behalf of the SRC, I thank you all for being part of this meaningful gathering. Let's engage with purpose, pitch with passion, and live here to pioneer change. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, SRC President Abraham Norte. Please, you can do it better for Abraham, fondly known as Norman. Okay, so to every event, we are all important actually, because without all of us here, the event wouldn't be a success. So please, kindly give yourselves a round of applause for being here. But then amongst important people, we also have people who have distinguished themselves in various areas, who join us to share their experiences and also who join us to steer the affairs of the program. Even though you have moderators or MCs, we serve as, should I say, liaisons between the speakers and then the audience. But there is someone who actually sits in to make sure that everything is going accordingly as planned. And so this morning, I will be introducing the chairperson for this event. And this person is known by Mrs. Nancy Kwansa Kaju. And Mrs. Nancy Kwansa Kaju is an international business consultant and life coach based in France. Today, I have to speak French, you know. It's not, let me teach you, it's not France. Don't say that. Don't say it's France. Thank you. So Mrs. Nancy Kwansa Kaju is an international business consultant and life coach based in France, with over 20 years of cross-continental experience spanning from Europe and Africa. She's the founder of Smart Diary, which is in France, Rev Vista, and the Educator app Ghana, and has a background in investment banking, IT, project management, HR coordination, and entrepreneurship. Wow. With a business in with a master's in international business from Grenoble École de Management. She has mentored over 500 master students globally and trained over 20,000 youth through her coaching seminars and publications. Her books, The Pillars and Foundation for a Successful Life, aim to inspire students at various educational levels. Her innovative youth programs, You Guide Youth, You Guide Teens, and You Guide Me, and online platforms continue to empower young people worldwide, promoting entrepreneurship, leadership, and career development. My dear audience, I don't know why you are not yet standing and clapping. That was a lowered profile. And after here, I think I'm going to be the first person to network with Mrs. Nancy Kaju because I'm flabbergasted. Okay, so while we are standing, I want you to help me welcome the former Minister of Education, Dr. Tvucc, please. A resounding round of applause. I see he's being followed by the former Tvucc president. Let's celebrate them. Thank you very much, my dear audience. You may resume your seats. As you resume your seats, I would like to make a little correction. So, Mrs. Nancy Kaju is our guest speaker. I beg your pardon, she's our guest speaker. The chairperson for this occasion is our very own father. If you're in UCC and you do not know him, I think that we have to start considering whether you were truly admitted or whether you're really a student. We have to look at it. We have to look at it well. So please let's give it up for our own Dean of Students, Professor Apak, who is the chairperson for the occasion. So we're going to take his remarks, the chairperson's remarks, because if he doesn't open the occasion, we don't move on.
So he's the landlord.
Absolutely,
the
student landlord. Please let's give it up for our landlord, our daddy, our very own.
You know what, how they call me? They say the father of students. And then you people call the VC the grandfather. I don't know how you came by that. Anyway, the Honorable former Minister of Education, Dr. Yao Osei Educhum, our guest speaker, she was eloquently introduced. The head of Tvucc, my colleague, Dr. Karina Abeka Atta, other senior members of the university here, the leadership of the SRC, our students, and some invited schools from the municipality, our contestants. I am happy to be here. I am happy because these days, Honorable Minister is here. We train students and government is not able to absorb them. And so, if our student leaders have thought it wise to come out with a program like this that has to do with we creating employers, I think that is the way I will sum it up. Entrepreneurs are employers. They are able to come out with creative ideas and end up by employing through their initiatives. Then I'm very happy. I'm so happy as a dean of students. In fact, when they came to me with the concept, I said, this is brilliant. I pray and hope that instead of using our Ellie, see here, I told him, Ellie, instead of using our money for bringing Shatawale all the time, let us channel some more. I'm not saying entertainment is not important. Your social life is very important. But we should think about some of these worthwhile programs. And so I want to say I'm very happy and to be part of this, because when this idea came, we thought of it together and we thought it was brilliant. So to be here today, to see all these wonderful guests who have found time to come to help us, then we say we are grateful. We know, particularly our former Minister of Education, he's a very busy man. To get him here, when they told me, sir, you were going to come, I said, hey, are you sure? Did you get Honorable? Has he got time? They said yes. In fact, yesterday, I still tried to find out whether you were going to come, but they assured me you had given your word you'll be here. So, sir, we are grateful. Madam, thank you. We know you are so much, your work, you don't have time, but you found the time to come to help us, to teach us, to coach us. We are grateful. As for my colleague, I can't say much about her. I know the good work you are doing. Madam, once again, thank you. So on this note, I want to say I accept to chair. We'll sit down, we'll go through the program together, and I'm sure at the appropriate time I'll give my closing remarks. Thank you once again.
Thank you very much, Daddy. Thank you very much, Daddy. We appreciate you. Thank you very much, Daddy. We appreciate you. We know you're an equally busy person, but then you've taken time out to chair this event. We say thank you. Okay, so before we take our first presentation, we have a walk-in by the Atlantic Hall. Let me just say some members of the Atlantic Hall. So they would walk in, and then we would take our first presentation. I'm trying to be corporate, but they are tempting me for the other side of me to come out. Okay. Unravel now.
makwa kodra broche. Seneti na sonya maybe already. Ma ba uche ete na no nyame. Enka boa boa. Hey, Baba God, I believe you. I believe everything when you say. What you talk about, you go do amo. Baba God, I believe. Oh, Baba. Hey, as you talk amo, you go do amo. Baba God, I believe. Oh, Baba. Hey, dear Ben, I went.
Ya bana wena, ya bana wena,
Hey, dear Ben, I went.
ya bana wena, ya bana wena.
Hey, na me se mi nye via se ja pa tenye na. Se mi nye via se si ka penye. Hey, na me se mi kra. Ya bena, hey, ya bena menya.
Ya bana wena, ya bana wena, ya bana
Hey, I
wena.
say, I say.
Ay 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 ay.
Yeah, when you're done, I walk. Yeah, when you're done, I walk. So then I say, when you're done.
Oh, they walk.
Et moi j'ai regardé tous les mois de Dadagra, c'est d'adresser, comment ne pas te louer, c'est rager so, comment. Et comment. Whoa. Silence everywhere. God bless our homeland, Ghana, and make our nation great and strong. Love to defend forever. Our freedom and our pride. Da 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 da, and help us to arise, Ghana youth, for your country. The nation demands your devotion. Let us all unite to uphold her and make her great. And oh, we are all. Gentlemen, hold your balls. Alante kote pona misi. Oh, na mesi.
Fellow mariners, we appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Thank you so much, Atlantic Hall. Thank you for your thank you for your hearty performance. Thank you. You said discipline is our hallmark. Let's maintain that. Thank you, Atlantic Hall. Thank you. We appreciate your melodious tunes. Please, a round of applause for them. Let's appreciate them. Thank you so much. Indeed, we ought to arise as Ghana youth. The song, Arise Ghana Youth for Your Country. Our nation demands our devotion. And I believe that this afternoon we are all gathered here because we are devoted to the development of our nation. So we are continuing with our program. Thank you, Atlantic Hall. We continue with our program, and shortly we'll be taking a speech or a talk from the director of DHub. DHub is the design thinking hub on campus. If you want to start a business, if you want to do a project, and you're not sure where to start from, or you just want to do something, you know you want to do something, you don't know what it is you want to do, or you don't know where to start from, or you basically know what you want to do, but you don't know how to go about it. You lack funds, you lack research, you lack materials. DHub is here for you. So please, with a round of applause, a resounding one at that, let's welcome the director of DHub, Dr. Mrs. Karina Abeka Arthur, as she gives us a talk. Please, they do a lot of work for students, so you better appreciate them well, or else she's not going to speak. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And good morning to you all. Prof. Chair permits me to stand on all the earlier protocols observed. And I'm excited because the room is full. And I've always been someone who would say that you cannot get everything you need as a student in the classroom. And I think that's the reason why events like these, and that's the reason why the support that the DHub and other support systems and mechanisms that exist here are very important. Sometimes we don't see that these things are important. And it's only when we have left and you go for a job interview and you need to cast your mind back and look for an experience to explain something that you realize, had I known. So for all of us here, I think we are in the right direction. And we've already taken the step because irrespective of what happens today with all the teams, you've already added a lot to your own story, to your CV, to your experiences, and that will be with you forever. In 2022, the Design Thinking and Innovation Hub was established. And in January, when I was appointed as the director, I didn't really know how to start and how to get life at the place. What do I do? And the only thing I could think of was to start an innovation club. So the innovation club does not exist anymore, but it was good enough to actually keep us doing something to the point where we are now. And I'm sharing this because at the very beginning, I saw that the DHub was not necessarily the people to do the actual delivery of the services. We just needed to mobilize people to facilitate entrepreneurship support, career support, and things like that. And I see the partnership with the SRC as a major leap from what we started, which was a student-led something, to a unit that is still supporting students. We have worked with several clubs, associations, departments within the university. And the hub is supporting them to do more in the space of entrepreneurship and career development. Our vision is to make the University of Cape Coast an entrepreneurial university. And we do that by supporting in different ways. So we're doing training, we're mobilizing resources that can help people. It's not just about starting a business, but it's preparing people to think like entrepreneurs, even if they find themselves in already existing institutions. And for me, I think that this partnership allows the DHub to reach even more people and to support even more people. And I am really grateful for the opportunity that we've had to work with the SRC. If you are here, make sure that once you leave this place, you come to the DHub. In the next couple of weeks, we actually have been having several activities happening, and in the next couple of weeks, we have even more. We had a pitch competition on Wednesday. We have another pitch competition with Hollard, in partnership with Hollard, happening in 2 weeks' time. We have another pitch competition with the KIC Agritech Challenge happening next 2 weeks. We have a career fair coming up in the first week of June with Lene Services, so that's a partnership with them. And we have a call. Today is 9th. The deadline for the call is 16th of May, and this is the IAU, so it's a partnership with the University of Ghana and other universities, and that call is open. So if you have missed all of the opportunities I mentioned, at least there's one still pending, there's one still open. And I want to challenge you to take advantage of it. What happens with everything you hear here is actually what you do with the knowledge you gain from here. And we have amazing speakers we'll be hearing the stories of those who pitch, and I hope that it won't be the end. It will be the beginning of many better things for you. So thank you very much, and enjoy today's activities.
Thank you very much, Dr. Karen Abaka from DHub. Another round of applause for her. But please don't forget, as soon as you leave this place, pass by the DHub. They have a lot of opportunities for you. And you could start something on campus before you leave here. And that was beautiful, Dr. Abeka. As always, she delivers. Ladies and gentlemen, as Nelson Mandela once said, the greatest glory in living lies not in never failing, but in rising every time we fall. Today, we rise to new height of innovation and entrepreneurship. I have another guest speaker. You know, Kumba had to go to France. Did I get that correct? Kumba had to go to France to tell you about one of our guest speakers, that is Mrs. Nancy Kaju. And you know, in the central region, we are the hub of tourism, but there is another region that I think is the cultural hub of Ghana, and that is the Ashanti region. I would like to go to that region to introduce another guest speaker, but I would like to call on KOD, that is Mr. Trema Opon Daniel, the former NUTS president, Ghana Union of Ghana student, to do this introduction for us. I see students from Wesley Girls High School joining us. This is the Entrepreneurship Festival by the Norman-led administration, which is being supported by DHub.
A very good morning to us all. It's a great privilege to find myself here in front of the podium once again. Just last year, I was leading the over 12.5 million Ghanaian students in our country as the president. And it's a great honor to find myself here working with my mentor, Dr. Yao Osei Educhum. As the Wesley Girls students settle, I want to introduce this our guest individual, and I'll please plead that you could pick your notepads and then pick a lot of notes, because this is more or less like a church program where the pastor is going to deliver the word from the Holy Spirit. I'm the John the Baptist here, going to clear the way for Jesus Christ coming. And from where we come from and from where you come from, this individual is a transformational leader. It's a hope. At a point after I'm done introducing him and he's done speaking, you could clearly draw some inspirations from, and then you could clearly tell yourself, you could see the light at the end of the tunnel. This individual I'm talking about is a Ghanaian educator, a policymaker, a visionary leader in global education reform, with over 3 decades of experience in education and governance. He has dedicated his career to transforming learning systems to equip young people with skills needed for future transformation. He was born in Jache in the Ashanti region. He pursued his first degree in land economy from the prestigious Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, with varied experience in land usage, agriculture, forestry, and mining. In KNUST, in his days where there were turbulent activities leading to the struggle for democratic governance, with a strong passion to lead and transform, he was the Deputy General Secretary for the university. And he played a significant role in the 90s where there were a lot of Aluta and Janta, where a lot of student leaders across the country were playing pivotal role in the onward emancipation of our country. Dr. Yao Osei Educhum played a pivotal role as the Deputy General Secretary in KNUST. So his leadership stands from student leadership days till now. And you could clearly see that development of our country is mostly coming from most of these leaders who've had past experiences when it comes to campus leadership, moving on to politics. He had his master's degree in education management in University of Laverne and a PhD in education policy planning and administration from the University of Southern California. Dr. Educhum began his career as a mathematics and information technology teacher at Manual Art High School in Los Angeles. He championed innovative teaching strategies to improve student performance. Now, entrepreneurship, Dr. Yosef Tvucc is a seasoned entrepreneur. And as a businessman, he's one of the few Ghanaians that championed the establishment of charter schools in the U.S. And as we always say, Kwame Nkrumah is one of the best leaders who have led the country. He's one of the few Ghanaians in the U.S. who established schools in the U.S. Let's give it up to him. You will not find this anywhere. Having a refined individual like himself, traveling all the way from Ghana, Jachi Pramso, coming from a humble and a poor background, I should say, all the way to the United States of America and establishing schools that is employing whites, a Ghanaian moving from Ghana to establish schools in the U.S. that is employing whites. This is the kind of leader you have in this particular room. And today, as I rightly said, you are going to learn a lot that is going to gradually metamorphose your life into a different kind of individual. He didn't just establish these schools in the U.S. If you clearly see, some years ago, always I compare him to Kwame Nkrumah because Kwame Nkrumah is one of the best leaders who have ever led our country. Some years ago in America or in London, they picked Kwame Nkrumah when he had this sharp knowledge to come develop our country. Looking at the transformational things he was doing, looking at the changes he was causing in the U.S., employing over 200 people, having over 2,000 students in his institution, over 3 charter schools, and it wasn't easy. This same individual, looking at these things he was doing, had to come back and develop our country. Because the onward trajectory of our country needed a leader who is transformative. In view of that, that's why administration and now the Danko Akufo-Addo administration brought Dr. Yosef Tvucc to help transform, to help metamorphose the educational system of our country. When he mounts the stage, he's going to list numerous projects he's done, and it is clear. Some of my senior high school students sitting here, some of my university, most of the projects in our country, Ghana, when it comes to education, were all emanating from his administration as the Minister for Education. He had a belief that in this world, the only way we could change the narrative of a country is through education. So he could cite examples like countries like South Africa, countries like Singapore, who are on the same lane with Ghana towards the development trajectory. These countries were able to transform their countries through education. Now Vietnam, South Africa now produce over 10,000, 20,000, 300,000 plus of engineers, all due to the strategic plan towards development. Now, most of the projects happening in Ghana, you would have to pick people from South Korea, pick people from Vietnam to come and develop. Doctor said no. I was in America, I've been able to transform lives. I've been able to set universities that were training engineers to transform America. We should be able to replicate same idea in Ghana to transform our country, Ghana. He came back to Ghana, he set up STEM schools, he set up Tvucc schools, which were going to equip students with hands-on skills, engineering skills to transform our country to become like Vietnam. So some few years to come, you get students from Ghana or graduates from Ghana moving to other countries to help develop their countries, materializing same vision in these aforementioned countries. And this is the transformative leader we are talking about. As a test, I'm ending. He doesn't want me to continue because it's too long. As a test, in changing the narrative, South Africa, after some time, they sent over 100,000 students out to go and learn engineering to transform their country. They came out and they did a transformation. Some years ago, you heard about one constituency, $1 million, right? This $1 million in Bosomchi constituency, where Honorable Dr. Yosef Tvucc acts as an MP. The $1 million was used to transform the constituency. Out of the development that happened, the Yosef Tvucc Foundation was able to found 150 students. He had a vision that soon when you come to Bosomchi constituency, you should find 150 engineers and medical doctors who will be there to transform the medical systems of Bosomchi constituency and also engineer the whole constituency into a modern day constituency. Today we are having over 150 students who are coming from different angles in the constituency, trained to become engineers. As I speak with you, we are having some of these students in Anglo Gold, Ashanti, having some of these students in different mining companies. This dream in this constituency was the same thing that was replicated at the Ministry of Education. This is the transformative leader this our country needs. This leader I'm calling forth is going to help you, entrepreneurs in particular, is going to explain the systematic processes he put in place to ensure transformative systems when he was the Minister for Education and also when he established his schools in the U.S. With a standing ovation and a clap offering, let's welcome Dr. Yao Osei Aduchu.
Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. That's the kind of introduction you get when... Oh, you may please have a seat. Thank you. Thank you so much. Atlantic Hall, I feel very much welcome. Thank you so much. I feel great to be here this morning. Our guest speaker, Dean of Students, Dr. Park, invited guests, students from our high schools, and those from this campus. Thank you so much, the Jama Group. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I feel very honored to be here today. I see my high school students. I miss you guys. I really miss you. I used to walk into schools unannounced, have breakfast with the students, and I really miss those moments. But today I'm here at a major event hosted by the SRC, a focus on entrepreneurship. I have a two-pronged kind of speech to give you. One is going to be about how you deploy entrepreneurial skills even in the political space. An entrepreneur who steps into a political space strives to change everything. Because that is what you are made of. But before that, let me share with you my entrepreneurial journey. And before I get to my journey, students, this is the best place to become an entrepreneur. And not just any entrepreneur. I don't understand why Ghana cannot produce entrepreneurs out of our universities who become billionaires. Starting from millionaires to become billionaires. Sometimes you hear about Bill Gates, student entrepreneur. Now you know how much money he has and the impact he has on the world. Mark Zuckerberg. Interestingly, he also went to the same university as Bill Gates. And both of them dropped out. Mark Zuckerberg did not drop out because he was struggling academically, but he needed time to develop Facebook, so he dropped out. But if you look at these two entrepreneurs who are now multi-billionaires, none of them started alone in their enterprise. Mark Zuckerberg, with about 5 other friends, began development of Facebook. So instead of thinking about I need to hire 2 people to come and help me, 5 programmers to come and help me, he recruited his friends and they all work for free to develop Facebook so that they all could become billionaires. But there was a leader, Mark. So as you think about doing some great things, don't think about doing everything yourself and saying to yourself, I want to be the most famous person who did this. Think about friends, the ones that you do the Jama with, that you trust. Can you bring them together and say, hey, after this Jama, can we also develop something? And because you have trust among yourselves, before you know, you are doing something so big, something that will scare the world, something that will transform Ghana. So at a policy level, I truly appreciate the work the SRC is doing, the Design Center is doing, and of course, under the supervision of the Dean of Students. Government has to create that enabling environment. But as individuals, there's something you need to do. You have to have the burning desire within you to do something. There are new frontiers of entrepreneurship now. Many years ago, if you talk entrepreneurship, you're talking about I need to get some money to buy some water to sell and get something to sell. Yes, that is also entrepreneurship. But the new frontiers of entrepreneurship, fintech, talking about programming, talking about some new app. Imagine this. If the one who invented WhatsApp was a Ghanaian, he may be contributing to 25% of Ghana's revenue. He may be giving us 25% of Ghana's revenue. So in this fourth industrial revolution, entrepreneurship is everywhere. You know, there was the first industrial revolution, which was the revolution of the steam engine. The second was the electricity. That is why we started industrial development. The third was the advent of the computers. And the fourth is now the fourth industrial revolution, which requires education 4.0. What is the fourth industrial revolution? The merger of the physical and the biological. You can enter your house with biometric identification, which is biological. Things are changing so fast. Countries are moving so fast. Individuals are doing great things. I want to encourage you to begin to understand that in this era, entrepreneurship requires certain skills. Human relations skills. Do you have the 4 C's together? What is the 4 C? Creativity, critical thinking, collaboration, communication. So if you are forming a team, understand that if you cannot work together, you cannot invent something great. There has to be effective communication. You should be able to pitch. How can you pitch your project when you can't talk well? You can't speak well. You can't really deliver your vision well. So the 4 C's are critical if you want to be one of the best entrepreneurs. But I want you to know collaboration requires teamwork. You need to come together and do something great for yourself and for your country. But understand this. Before you get to all that, there's something called the hero's journey. The hero's journey. If you've never heard of it, Ghana you say Google, right? And there you say Google. Google it. Read about the hero's journey. I tell you, you cannot get to your destination as one of the best inventors, entrepreneurs of the world if you have never heard about the hero's journey and you don't know what it is. It can happen to you without you knowing it. But it's great for you to know so that you can really pay attention and discover your mentor. The hero's journey is such a simple process. In the United States, most high school students write essays about the hero's journey before they graduate, so they understand how to become successful. You may be leading an ordinary life, sitting at your own small corner. Then an idea occurs to you that I want to do this thing. I want to bring about something unique. And that unique something will save lives. At the same time, it will make me rich. And then you sit there and say to yourself, no, I can't. So the first feeling that you got talking to yourself is called a call to adventure. A call to adventure. The next step is when you refuse the call. And you may refuse the call. You go around and say, this thing, I think I can do it. Then you refuse the call. The next third step is meeting a mentor. You meet somebody. You talk to him about it. Talk to her about it and say, wow, I can help you. You know what? You can get this from here. Oh, come and see me tomorrow. I'll direct you to this woman here, and she can guide you. Before you know, you're on your way. So after meeting the mentor, then you begin your journey to becoming a hero. Things don't go so well. You meet challenges. You overcome the challenges. And then you are able to get to your destination. It's about 7 plus steps. Read about it. And you begin to discover what we need to do to become a hero, to become the entrepreneur that you ought to be. But understand, teamwork is critical. But you also have to study what you want. Mark Zuckerberg, everything that he was trying, it was about the skill set that he needed to develop Facebook. So he may try this software language, it doesn't work out, he tried another thing. He was acquiring the skill set to develop his company. He was not the entrepreneur who was waiting to hire some people to come and do the work for him. So modern day entrepreneurship, the new frontiers of entrepreneurship, requires that you acquire some specific skills. And that is where 10,000 hour rule comes in. 10,000 hour rule. 10,000 hour rule. Read about it. Begin to understand that you cannot do so much so well if you have not invested time into it. And that is why, for those of you in high school, it's great for you to hear this now. 10,000 hour rule. Bill Gates used to sneak out of his house to go to downtown Seattle, Washington, to learn how to do programming. The parents did not even know that Gates was out of the house at the night time. He leaves the house to go to a place where he can get the opportunity to practice programming. He spent so much time. The Beatles of the world, people have become famous. Beatles, the music group that took the world by storm. They practiced and practiced and practiced and played at various bars. When they became famous, the world did not know where they were coming from. But they had practiced and practiced and practiced. If you talk to Mark Zuckerberg, he will tell you that he started programming at a very early age. Those of us at this stage, if you're going to be a hero based on the hero's journey, it means you need to double up. If you're going to be a great inventor of something, you need to double up now. The young ones, you have a chance. You want to be the best musician, you just don't just wake up one day and you are the best musician in something. No. Go and talk to all our traditional musicians, those Akwabwa, Nanam Pedu, and all those people, Kunedu. They will tell you that they started early. Some started from the church, singing in the church choir. So they had specific skills that catapulted them into prominence. So 10,000 hour rule, invest time in what you want to be good at. Hero's journey, begin. Accept the call to adventure and do something big. But one critical thing that you need in order to succeed is a growth mindset. The mindset that says, I don't care what you say, I'm capable and I'll do it. If I don't know how to write this programming language, I'm going to learn and I'm capable of learning. Somebody asks you, do you know how to ride a bike? So no, not yet. Not yet means a growth mindset response. It says, not yet. It's not, oh, I can do it. Some of you will say, I hate mathematics. You hate mathematics. Math will hate you. You will not be happy. That's how, when I was a mathematics teacher, that's the story I used to share with my students. They walk into my class the first day in the US. And I'll go around the class having a conversation with them. And majority of the students in the class will tell me, I hate mathematics. My mom hated math. In my house, nobody liked mathematics. I said, wow, you don't like math. How are you going to live in this world? Hating mathematics. Then I'll ask them a simple question. When did you wake up this morning? And someone said, oh, about 6:30 I was up. I said, wow. And you also showered, did everything? I said, yeah, so 6:30. When did you leave the house? Oh, about 7:15. Okay, how many minutes did it take you? Oh, it was about 45 minutes. Why are you telling me you hate mathematics? You just know your mathematics. But because sometimes we make it so complicated, some of you say, I hate math and I don't like it. No, don't hate math. If math hates you, your life will not be good. So to be an entrepreneur, there are certain skill sets that you need to have. Don't run away from mathematics. It's so important. You should be able to count your money well. and be able to know what we need to do in order to succeed. But the bottom line is something called growth mindset. To be frank with you, growth mindset was going to be part of the high school curriculum. In fact, we had all the books, but I'm out of government. So I can't implement it. But this was a course that was going to be offered 3 months for every student, so that you develop the mindset that tells you, I'm a Ghanaian and I can be the best in the world. When we get that mindset, we'll be able to change this country. I know what happens most of the time. You just blame the politicians. Look at the politicians. Look at what they're doing. And you get all angry. But I don't blame you for being angry at the politicians. I'm one of them. I don't. Because you see, as an MPP, some of you expect me to come here and say all negative things about NDC, right? When the MPP gets, NDC also gets a chance, they come up here and say all the negative things about what? MPP. So you, who is not a politician, you are angry. You are angry. Because we are doing slash and burn politics. I come here and tell you E-blocks was so bad, right? And then they will turn around and say, we don't want to do STEM schools anymore. It was the MPP that did it. And you are sitting and saying, you guys, can you change? Because at the end of the day, both are good things. That is why if you look at, you never heard me saying something bad about E-blocks. Why should I? It's the taxpayers' money. So the ones that were in the villages, we added dormitory blocks to them so that we can open them. Adansia Peja, it became a boarding school. Edujama E-block became a boarding school. In Saura, it became a boarding school. All geared towards making sure that we use our resources well. But long story short, because we are used to lamenting and lambasting each other, you also join in the lambasting and you make us feel like you guys are stupid, right? Because we have portrayed ourselves that way. But political space is a space for transformation. And for somebody like me, who got the opportunity of developing schools in the US with the help of the government, I'm an entrepreneur. In the US, they will call somebody like me an edupreneur, education entrepreneur. So that is how I see myself. I am an education entrepreneur. How did it begin? The US school systems in the urban areas were not functioning well. So the government decided that they needed individuals with entrepreneurial drive to develop new schools, and they will pay you as the entrepreneur for the students to attend your school. So for every student that comes, they pay you a certain amount of money every year. That is the space I jumped in. I was teaching. I taught for 10 years. I taught mathematics and computer science. Trained students how to develop web pages and all those things, computer repairs, computer assembling. I did all that in the high school. So then when the government said we needed people to come up with proposals to build new schools, I offered myself for that responsibility. I wrote my proposal. The first grant that I wrote, government approved me for $450,000 to begin, and I began. I began something that was to take me to another level. But as an entrepreneur, I knew that the business must be successful. So I did whatever I could to ensure that the business succeeded. So when you come to my schools, there were 3 of them in Los Angeles. We focus on STEM. So when you hear me talk about STEM in Ghana, that is where I brought it from. At the time that we focused on STEM education in the US, many US schools were not doing STEM. I made engineering a graduation requirement in my schools in the US. There were 3 of them. And they all did, students there did very well. A number of them moved on to become engineers. That entrepreneurship drive is what brought me to the Ghanaian education space. When I became the Minister for Education, I wanted to change everything. I wanted to transform public schools because I didn't understand why nurses, teachers, market women, and lecturers should pay for their children to go to a private school when the public schools that their tax money is funding is sitting there, and we have rectangular shaped buildings painted brown and yellow where the students are wearing brown and yellow uniforms and the middle classes, we don't want it. Keep your public schools. So I wanted to change it, and I began. There are a few schools I'll show you here. I just want to let you know that even in the political space, entrepreneurship skills helps you have better outcomes. I visited a school at Osu called St. Barnabas. I was just passing by. I said, oh, let me go and see how this school is like. I walked in there, and this is the rectangular shaped building painted brown and yellow, the public school that you don't like. So we had to change this, and my time is a bit hard pressed for time. But I'll show you a few things. If you can show me St. Barnabas. Okay, these are new junior high schools that we built. A number of them were built across the country so that we can do biology, chemistry, and physics lab in these junior high schools. I wanted to change things. That is what an entrepreneur does. So it's not about reading books and all those and doing politics. It was about transformation. But show me St. Barnabas. I want to tell a story of St. Barnabas. Walking to that school, everything was terrible. It is the closest school to the Ministry of Education. And yet, when it rained, the school had to shut down. The roofs were leaking. Nothing was good. I don't think it's coming. Nothing was good. And I had to go in there and say, no. Within 8 months, we had transformed that school to a beautiful school where the children's school uniforms were changed from the old Anglican school uniform of blue and white. We now moved to a beautiful uniform. This is when I visited the school. I visited them, and it reminded me of growing up in an Anglican school. I couldn't believe that it was still the same as I was growing up many years ago. This was it. No ceiling, everything was like this. And I promised the headmaster that this school would change. Now, because of time, move fast. Yeah, I took a picture with them. This is evidence-based communication, no propaganda. This is the school. And then what you see here was changing. It was changing. Within 8 months, things had changed here. Move fast, move fast. We are getting there. Move fast. Okay? This is it. I can't forget the day that this school was commissioned, when we had changed the uniforms, and these students were holding Ghana flag, and we commissioned the school. And we set up a fund for them so that they can take the children to field trips to go and see University of Ghana and other places where the children of Osu can also get the opportunity to go to. I just want you to know that as you develop entrepreneurship skills, the social sector also need entrepreneurs. So don't forget that the new frontier for entrepreneurs is also the social sector. There are many things that you can do to change the lives of people, and out of that, make money. So it's a win-win. You're making your money, people's lives are being changed. In my case, it wasn't directly making money, but it was about making sure that I feel good, or I felt good about what I was doing for my people. One day I woke up, I think I have about 2 minutes. One day I woke up as a member of parliament, and I decided that I was going to educate 150 young men and women from Bosomtwe to become engineers and medical doctors. We went around the constituency, selected them, took them to UMAT and all these universities, paid their fees, paid their accommodation, gave them money so that they will not be starving. And last November, I went to UMAT as a guest speaker for their graduation ceremony, and 31 of the students graduating from UMAT were from my constituency, and they were individuals that I had sponsored fully to go to the university. A few months back, one of the young ladies who is now working at Anglo Gold sent me a picture of herself wearing their uniform saying, "I am a geological engineer." And that gave me goosebumps to know, this is when they were going, to know what is possible. As a government, any government that comes into this space should make sure they provide you the opportunities to succeed. They provide you the opportunities to succeed. And for those of us who are still in the system, I'm the ranking member for education. So we'll continue to do whatever we can to support the education process. But you know, I'm the former minister. But these children will always be with me. These graduates, engineers, will always be with me. So I believe that politics can be a force for good. Politics can be a force for good. One day, when I've retired from politics and living in my village or town, my cousin is here. He doesn't want me to call Jachi a village. So when I'm living in Jachi, I can get 100 engineers come to visit me. It will be a delight. So I believe that everything that we're doing in the political space should be a force for good, something that can change lives. But today, those of you who are aspiring entrepreneurs understand 10,000-hour rule, the hero's journey, growth mindset, and teachers understand that when you are teaching, don't forget the new Bloom's taxonomy. Creation is at the highest level. And students, if you are not training them to create, you are not training entrepreneurs. I know some of you take entrepreneurship courses, it's good. But if you are not being trained to think critically, you cannot be a great entrepreneur. Because there's no memorization in entrepreneurship. You can't go and memorize anything. You have to think and create something. So those of you who are teachers or teacher trainees understand that the best way to create entrepreneurs is to create individuals with the 4 C's: creativity, critical thinking, communication, very, very important, and collaboration. Once you get the 4 C's and you know about the hero's journey, you are on your way to becoming a hero. And one day I'll meet you somewhere and say, I remember you talked to me at that time when I was about to invent something. I want you to go out there and do something great for yourself and for your country. I've been notified of my time. I can't overstay my welcome. So God bless you and God bless our homeland, Ghana.
Thank you very much, Honorable Dr. Yao Osei Edichum. Another round of applause for Honorable. That was very powerful. You know, throughout the presentation, something was consistent, and Doc was telling us, those of us who are in the competition, and even those of us who want to go into business or entrepreneurship, that your network determines your net worth. But please be careful, because enipa bimu ye cobra. So that you are working with people you can trust, people you know would have your back all the time. But for the people who are helping to groom the next set of entrepreneurs, you should make sure that they have creativity, they are good communicators, they are critical thinkers, and they are people who love to collaborate. This is the Entrepreneurship Festival by the SRC of University of Cape Coast, being supported by DHAP. We are streaming live on TV UCC. And at this juncture, we'd like to know how this journey started, how it is going. And today, someone, a business, a team is going to live here with 10,000 Ghana cedis. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being a part of this history. And as we conclude today's exciting pitches, let's take a moment to reflect on our journey so far. From 58 passionate pitches, we were able to get 19 innovative ideas, all the way to 17 entrepreneurs. They took part in the first pitch, and then the competition became heated at a point. It became charged, but once the race started gathering more speed, we had to leave some people behind, sadly. And so last week, we were able to get 6 finalists after doing the second round of pitches for 9 businesses. And today, they are here to justify their inclusion. And so we are going to take a moment and watch a video of how the journey has been.
At the heart of innovation and ambition, the University of Cape Coast came along with a spirit of enterprise. It was the UCC and at the heart of innovation and ambition, the University of Cape Coast came along with a spirit of enterprise. It was the UCC Entrepreneurship Festival, a celebration of creativity, resilience, and problem solving, driven by the dreams of young change makers. It all began with 59 hopeful teams, each submitting ideas that had the potential to shape communities, industries, and the future. These were not just dreams, they were bold visions sparked by passion, purpose, and possibility. From this pool, only 19 were shortlisted. The competition had begun, and the pressure is on. The first round of candidates tested their grit and clarity. Could they turn ideas into viable business models? Could they defend their concept with data and direction? After intense reviews and presentation, only 10 teams advanced. The second round demanded more: deeper insight, stronger strategy, and sharper execution. With it pitch, each presentation, the field narrowed. Only 8 teams would earn a coveted spot in the finals. Electric, the competition fierce, and the judges impressed. And in the end, one team stand tall: Mora, innovative, impactful, inspired.
Thank you so much. Please, a round of applause for the entrepreneurs. It's not easy. I think that entrepreneurship is one of the most difficult things anyone could do. Gathering people, working with people. I have a couple of friends who are into entrepreneurship. Recently, I was speaking with a friend who is a fashion designer, and she started right here on campus. I remember going to her room to campaign when I was contesting for SRC secretary and said, "Come back, if you don't buy one of my dresses, I'm not going to vote for you." So it's been a very inspiring journey to see her where she is now. Last 2 weeks, I graduated with my master's degree, and I'm happy to say that she was the one who sewed my dress. I wish I could project her here. It was a very, very beautiful dress. So I'm encouraging everyone here, if you have a business idea, do not keep it in your brains. D-Hub is here to help you, and the SRC is committed to empowering you all. At least there will be one winner, but you don't lose. You get an experience, you get skills. Yes, we are all winners. You get experience, you get skills, and the ability to stand on the podium and pitch your idea. I may be moderating, but I may not be able to stand here and tell you that, you know what, I am selling wigs, come buy my wigs. So it's a good one. So I want all entrepreneurs here and all contestants to give it up for themselves. Well done. Well done for coming this far. 6 of you. It's not easy from 59. Oh, you deserve it. Please, let's celebrate them. From 59 contestants to 6. You all really are winners. And we're heading straight into the pitching session. But then we'd like to introduce our judges. So please give me your attention as I introduce the judges. First, we have Dr. Edmond Yeboah Nyama. Yes, he is a senior lecturer at the Department of Marketing and Supply Chain Management, School of Business, University of Cape Coast. He has been consulting for OZAM, GIZ, KIE, and many more. He is engaged in several entrepreneurial endeavors such as fish farming, real estate, electrical business, and other logistics and supplies. This is to tell you that you can do any kind of business, right? He's into fish farming, real estate, electrical business. So basically a serial entrepreneur. Then we have Dr. Rosemond. Dr. Rosemond is a senior lecturer at the Department of Agricultural Engineering, UCC. She is a food scientist by profession and entrepreneur by passion. Okay, so this also informs us that you can be one thing career, you can do entrepreneurship alongside. Now we say what? Side gig. We've moved from side chicks to what? Side gigs. Okay, so if you don't want to run down your business or your life, instead of taking the gentleman, instead of taking a side chick, you should have a side gig. Am I not ramming? You guys should be clapping for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. She's the leader of the team of Fountain Foods Limited. Oh, okay. In Cape Coast and has consulted for GIZ and other agro-processing companies. Please let's celebrate Dr. Rosemond. Then we have Dr. Engineer Alexander Tvucc. Nwe, please, am I correct? Nwe, okay, he's just stepped out. He's a senior lecturer at the Agric Economic and Econs Extension Department of the University of Cape Coast. He has multidisciplinary expertise in international development, agribusiness, and social entrepreneurship. He's also the National Entrepreneurship Chair for the Presbyterian Church of Ghana. Please, a resounding applause for Dr. Engineer Alexander Tvucc. Then to a personal person, a very good friend who owes me lunch dates. Yes, Dr. Edward Amate Fio, he's also a serial entrepreneur and is the former director of the Center for Entrepreneurship and Small-Scale Enterprise Development, School of Business. He has consulted for Ozam, GIZ, and many other companies. Dr. Amate Fio is also a serial entrepreneur, and I'm sure if he mounts the podium, he's going to tell you how his dream of becoming a medical doctor was shattered because he saw an accident victim, and now he had no other thing to do than business, and he's enjoying being in business. But he has employed doctors, interestingly. So he has, how do you call that? A lab, and then I think a clinic. So he employs doctors. Even though he did not become a medical doctor, he employs doctors. And he is into a wache business as well. So yes, I can't say all, if I say all, it will be like the presentation for the day. So please, let's give it up for our esteemed judges who would be judging for the next session. But before we delve into the pitch session, the reason for which we are gathered here, I told you that we had a guest speaker from France. Can you say France? Thank you very much. You're so wonderful, my dear audience. Thank you. We have our guest speaker from France, and today she will be speaking with us with all the experience that she has gathered in international business and many more. So, audience or church, as you may have it, please help me with a clap offering. Welcome, Mrs. Nancy, for her presentation. Thank you very much.
Bonjour à tous. Je suis tellement content pour être là aujourd'hui. My name is Mrs. Nancy Tvucc. My husband is French. Wherever he is, may the good Lord bless him. I'll take this opportunity to say a big thank you to the Dean of the school, the Honorable Minister, Dr. Osei Educhum. It's a pleasure to meet you. The Directorate for the Hub and the SRC executives and all students and friends present. You are welcome. Bienvenue à bord. I love Ghana. So when my young gentlemen were singing here, I felt it. God bless you all there. I felt it. You see, I am a certified professional investment banker. And I've worked in different places. And then I said, after working, what is there again? I want to see more. Then I said the best way to go is I don't want to be a bugger because I'm minimazapa. Yes, I will say it. I wasn't born smart, like real genius. But I told myself I will be an international consultant. Today I'm here, tomorrow I'm in Austria, the next week I'm in Switzerland, the next week I'm in Hungary. I am going to and fro like that. How did it start? Because I wanted to be an entrepreneur. How many of you want to be entrepreneurs in this room? Can I see by hands, please? Okay. Now, I'm going to ask the second question. How many of you want to be successful? Can I see by hands, please? Please be honest with yourself. God is taking notes. Because after this, my company is a Revista in Ghana. I saw that they are awarding the winner for the program that they did, 10,000 Ghana cedis. Probably we could multiply it by 10 and give it to. So we are not just here. If you want to be an entrepreneur, we are here for you. I have trained over 50,000 students across the world. And when I look back and I see this vibe, do you see the energy that they were dancing? Then I said, we want to see this kind of energy in entrepreneurship. Can we do that, Ghana? Can we do that, Ghana? So, my question is, we are looking forward to training 10,000 entrepreneurs from UCC. And every human being listening to me today, God has given you that opportunity. If you miss it, you will not see me again, because after here, I go back to France, I'm doing another country. This is your time. And we have put it into different categories. Before you graduate from junior high school, you should be able to do all these things here. Junior high school, not university. So yesterday we had a training in one of the big schools in junior high school. And then one of the students asked me a question. So, Auntie Nancy, do you think, as young as I am, I can be an entrepreneur? What do you think my answer will be? He is 11 years old. 11. Then I said, oh, yes, of course, you can be. Then he said, okay, Auntie Nancy, then show me. How do I do it? Then I said, there is one rule that we use for our training. And I want you to write this rule and keep it. Because I have done this over 20 years. And now I have over 100 businesses I want to establish. I've done just 4. I have a lot more to go. Then I told him, Nana Kofi, the rule is, are you ready to do what the wealthy people do? They said, oh, Nancy, tell me, what do they do? Then I said, they do these things. Mind shift revolution. Africa and Ghana is where we are today because of our mindset. Oh, we are waiting for NPP. We are waiting. Then if NPP doesn't do what they want, they vote them out. And then you're waiting for NDC. NDC come, they don't do what they want, they vote them out. By the time you realize you've wasted 8 good years. I came back to Ghana Last year, I was in Ghana, and then around November, I had a conversation with one Chinese. I speak a lot of languages, though. Then he said, there's a lot of opportunities in Ghana. What I have seen, he has seen. Then I said, this guy, I want him to be my friend. So we had lunch, and we had a lot of, do you know one statement he made? He says, the Ghanaian likes enjoyment. So if you want to be an entrepreneur, entrepreneurship, it is not an enjoyment part that you would go. Entrepreneurship, it's a way of life. What did I say? So if you don't undertake all the personal development training, which is mind shift revolution, financial literacy, mandatory skills for survival, the power of strategic networking. This lady was good at that. Where's the beautiful lady? Yes. She clocked just one, and I was observing, and I'm still observing. You need these things. No NDC, no NPP. No government is going to bring you your vision. Let me show you how entrepreneurship starts. God will just drop an idea to you. You see that sometimes we hear people complaining. If this thing, I do like this, I do like that, we add this, we add that, it will work. First instance, God is testing you. If he gives you an idea, what are you going to do with it? Then you see that maybe after 1 year, you go on social media, then you see that somebody has done it, say, I had this idea that I wanted to do. But because you didn't do it, God will give it to another person. Ghana, excuse me to say, because we are only focusing on academics and grades. I want to get first class. I want to get upper. I want to get this master. That does not work on the global market. I work for an international company in France, multi-million euro company. I was in charge for international recruitment. We never had a black person. Never. Because they look beyond the borders of your grades, first class, upper. It is just a quarter of what they are looking for. So when I'm doing my mentorship program, I came here with my assistant, Abigail Yachat. So you can see her, when you see me with her, you can share your ideas with her as well. So we carefully decided to put all these categories into packs for every human being before you graduate from any university. You should have done all these that I am teaching those in junior high school. I am here, Pao. I see beautiful young ladies, vibrant young men, and all they focus on is beer, alcohol, meat. And now what is trending is women empowering their bum. Because they are thinking that that is what could get them what they have. You don't have options. You don't have options. That is not the way to go. Enlarge BBL in your brain. And that's one thing my husband loved me for. He brings the idea, I crack. He brings the idea, I crack. I say, je t'aime. You know, so my young ladies from the senior high school, from the university, before you, whichever location you are, whichever level you are, we are here for you. How many of you want mentorship from us, from Revista? Please be honest with yourself. God is taking note. I'm serious. Don't joke with spiritual things. Because if it's not God, I can't come this far. All of you who are present here, we're going to go through all these, the You Guide Youth Program, and then we'll go for the Talent Trailblazer. We delve into why you should be an entrepreneur. There was a model I handled, and in that model, we call it Entrepreneur's Temperament. Some of you have not learned it. All the things that we talk about during our training, you will not find it in any book. The textbook is me. If you don't hold me and I go, c'est fini. Imagine that those who are pitching, the owner is a phlegmatic. He started his business. I'm giving instances based on facts and the analysis I've done for most of the companies that have collapsed in Ghana. It is not the political space. It is the individual owners. A phlegmatic opening a business, tell her to do marketing, she's not doing marketing. She will go and she's sitting waiting for a client to come. Would you mind a big goop? So when we do the training, we will teach you all these things. So just come as you are. If you want to be an entrepreneur and a sustainable one at that, that's why our slogan is create, develop, sustain. We are here, we will charge you, but it will serve a good cause in the future. If I had the opportunity for someone to teach me all these things whilst I was in senior high school, and by now, dear, I don't blow. I'm telling you, there was one student, university student I was hiring, first class student too, first class. The first question I asked was, tell me about yourself. We have put together how you can land a job or an internship. We have part 1, part 2. If it costs you, do it. Do it. In France, I charge in euros. Huge one. And they pay. And most of them are working in Fortune 500 companies. I am not here to brag. I'm not here to plead with you. But I want you to do it. Because one day, you will need me and I will not be there for you. But today, I am here. The last part will be how you can also land a job internship part 2. How many of you want to work in a company or in a job after school? Can I see your hands, please? How many of you would want to own a company and hire people? Can I see your hands too? Voila, ça c'est magnifique ça. We want to create creators. We need creators. Africa yakechi. Yakechi. All that we do, gossip or concern. If we can gossip, I have 3 friends in the US. They ask me, Nancy, when are you clocking 2 million euros? I asked one student here from the university, I asked him, so when are you clocking 100,000? Say, hey. Your network, as she rightly said, your network will determine your net worth and how far you can go in life. You sit here, you see me, I see you. In the next 5 years, how would your story be? When I told my other sister that I want to be an international business consultant, oh, he laughed at me. Not in a bad way, but she thought that dream is too big. Madam, dream big. Because when you dream big, God will take note. That's why I'm telling you, raise your hand, raise your hand. God is writing. Because when you decide that, I want to get this, angels will hear, the devil will hear, God will hear. Say it, because your words will be used against you. So I told God that, God, me. There was a t-shirt I wore, Millionaire Without Coins. That is my same sister that gave me that slogan. What is your slogan? What do people know you for? Come and let us mentor you. In Ghana, they don't like mentorship. They think, oh, I know it all, I know it all. The person who is digging and going might not know that his back or the root is crooked. But when you have someone watching you, like the way my assistant has been doing, Madam Nancy, this one, it has gone this way slightly. Then I'll come back. Then I'll start all over again. That is what we stand for. We will watch your back. We will train you from A to Z. Whether you are good, you are bad, just come as you are. And we will help you bridge the gap on the international market. SHS student, I can see Wesley girls. Is that correct? How many entrepreneurs are in your school? I need a quick answer. You don't know because it's not there. UCC, how many entrepreneurs did you create in 2024? How many? 80,000. Huh? There's no, you don't even, I just found a business opportunity for you. There is no data. Come and see me after the session. You see, there is something called antenna signal. When we start training you through all these, your antenna will be like this, tick-tock, tick-tock. So whilst you are talking and this, you see that your ideas of entrepreneurship will start popping up. I just spoke with Ellie yesterday, and the moment I dropped the call, I got another business idea. My assistant said, hey, so how many companies are we going to create this year? I said, God hasn't finished yet. But you have to be tuned. Garbage in, garbage out. You see the excitement you are doing. Next year, I'm looking forward to that very group coming to tell us that they have started 20 companies and hire people from Cape Coast University. Now I put it to you, Cape Coast University students. At this time, it's 12:30. Next year by this time, can we have 10,000 entrepreneurs from Cape Coast University, hiring Cape Coast University? Currently, do you know the unemployment rate? 30%. 30. Every year we have over 500,000 students graduating. Where are they going? All they know is, I'm looking for a job. I'm looking for. Come on. You are brilliant. God has given you that opportunity. Go and practice this. One problem, one solution, 1 month for 1 year. When you finish this assignment, you can't sit down. What did I say? We are doing 1:1:1. One problem, one solution, 1 month for 1 year. When you finish for 1 year, oh my dear, you cannot sit down. Because once you're doing this, you see that someone will talk about, oh, I have this money and I actually don't know what to do. But then you have the answer. You know, let me share with you African problem, just one. They will all say, oh, Auntie Nancy, I don't have money. Oh, Auntie Nancy, I don't have capital. Africans like focusing on the challenges, and they will throw away that good idea God has given them. Sometimes good things doesn't come in a refined form, like the way gold is done. If you know, have you seen the way they do galamsey? How they go, and that is how entrepreneurship is. It has no formula. If you don't take one step, God will not take you to level 2. When we started Revista, we didn't know that we're going to end up speaking, and now we're doing cross countries, cross universities, training from class 2. 2 years, 2 years. We trained 2 years. Now he plays the organ so well. So well. 2 years. It's not the whole year. Anyeshi. The whole year. University of Cape Coast. This is my first time standing on this podium. I charge you. Don't sleep. Do one problem, one solution, 1 month for 1 year. I am looking forward, if we get 10,000 students, all of you, I'm giving you charge. One person brings 5 people. One person brings 5 people. The university in particular, to opt for our mentorship program, next year I will come back to Ghana and I will sponsor 100,000 for the one that will win for the pitch for the hub. And we are also going to do financing. If you don't have money for your project, come and talk to us. Whatever the problem is that will inhibit you to become a talent trailblazer, to be a sustainable entrepreneur, we are here for you. Menua bro. Menua bro. Menua bro. It's high time, because if we don't do it, the Chinese are taking over. The Lebanese are taking over. And it will get to a point it will be difficult to penetrate and break through. By the time you say, Jack, somebody has done it. And they will do it big way that it will be very difficult as you being a starter to penetrate and compete for you to be sustainable. How many of you would still want to be an entrepreneur? Can I see by hands, please? The good Lord bless you. I'm going to let my assistant share the flyer, and then please, don't be in a hurry. Today is your deliverance day. If you have friends out there, share the good news. Don't share bad news. In Africa, bad news goes faster than good news. Your friends will look for a job. Tell them they should come and see Revista. We are looking for 10,000 people to go for the complete pack. When you finish the complete pack, school no bet me jai. Like Mark, voila. Because these things, it's not in a textbook. And the textbook is who? It's me. You tap from me for now, the road will be beautiful. God can count on you. The moment you start one, God will give you another one. God will give you another one. We need creators. Instead of waiting and looking for just one direction for someone to create for us. Meanwhile, the person you are looking for, the minister, let's clap for Honorable for that good job he's done. Most people and most other MPs and other, they don't even have one lotto kiosk. And you are expecting them to come and create a company for you to complete your university degree before you can be hired, and you'll be trying to check. Yes, but God has given you a talent. God has given you an idea. We are here for you. So we'll share the flyers. Please give us your contact and then the programs you're interested in, and we'll be more than happy to continue after. So we can do most of the sessions virtual, or I would fly to Cape Coast University, and then we'll make that arrangement. God bless you, Ghana! God bless you.
Mrs.
God
Nancy
bless you.
Aju.
Thank you.
God bless
Mrs.
you.
Nancy Kedush. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the phenomenal presentation. I believe that we all here are stirred up, and by next year, we should have at least 10,000 entrepreneurs from the University of Cape Coast. Before we proceed, our Honorable Former Minister, Dr. Tvucc, would like to take leave of us. We appreciate the time he has spent with us, and we are also not oblivious of how busy his schedules are. So thank you so much for being here on behalf of the SRC, the 62nd SRC. We are saying thank you. God bless you so much, Honorable, and we pray that all your heart desires would be met. Thank you so much. So please, with a standing ovation and a clap offering, let's kindly let Honorable take leave of us.
Then just a quick one. So we have a sign-up sheet coming around. It is from student for Tvucc Foundation. It is a mentorship and coaching group. Those who are interested and would want to be mentored by Dr. Tvucc and the team, kindly sign up. The sheet is coming around. Please sign up. Let us hear from you, and then we'll take it from there.
Okay. All right, so we're delving into the flesh, or should I say the bones of the program. But before we do that, I'll just like to highlight a few things that Mrs. Nancy Kajul said. And I like the fact that she spoke about strategic partnership, because it's a linchpin onto wherever you want to go to. So when you're in school, connect with the next person sitting by you, the person behind you, because the person is possibly the next Mark Zuckerberg, or the next Bill Gates, or the next Elon Musk. So please, all the next Mrs. Nancy Kaju, all the next Dr. Tvucc, and all the wonderful people we have here. So do well to connect with those sitting by you. And remember, this is the best place to start a business. Currently, we have about 50,000 students, regular students in the University of Cape Coast campus. I always tell people that you are not going to get this many people from different walks of life, from different cultural backgrounds, from different orientations, at the same place, at the same time, for the same purpose at once. So this is the time to start a business. When you start a business, you are going to get, representatives all over the regions, and you're going to get business. I'm in Cape Coast. I ordered a dress from Accra, and I know that there are also people who even order from my friend outside the country. So this is your wake-up call to start a business. Okay, and sustainability. I think that maybe along the line, we would have time for questions. And